Oh, I went live instead of hitting the timer. So we are live now. Speaking of saving some time, we,
Woo!
we were just talking about a hard out and our spread pick.
Hold on,
So
I'll sing the song.
we'll get to it though. We are taking, surprisingly, maybe at the start of the year you wouldn't have guessed this, but we are taking the Saints over the Jets
No,
at six and a
we
half.
said the Eagles.
No,
We said Eagles.
We're gonna take
Oh,
Philly. We're gonna
that's
take
right.
Philly as our show pick. We're gonna take Philly over the Commanders.
That's right. Now people really know the behind the scenes stuff. We were arguing between the Saints and Philly. We talked Philly because they're slightly the better team.
Yes, Philly is slightly better than New Orleans. I will agree with that. New Orleans was able to beat New Orleans was able to beat the vaunted Panthers, who have destroyed the Rams, the Packers, and soon destroyed the Seahawks.
No, I'm glad you picked up on that because I was watching a show last night. They literally talked about all these teams that could win the Super Bowl, and they didn't mention the Eagles, and I found that to be hilarious. So I was literally throwing that in as a jab and just about to explain it when you called me out.
I actually saw it too.
Funny.
I watched the video. I watched the video yesterday, and people were doing their contenders, and Eagles were not mentioned, and I was like,
"That's what I'm saying."
So we're all out. Like everyone's taking the chips off for them. I never had the chips off.
I just take it as the Undertaker meme, and now instead of the Undertaker, it's the fucking Eagle standing behind you. Everyone's like, "Oh, these are all the contenders," and then it's just the Undertaker standing behind the Eagle. Look, that's what it is. If everyone's forgetting about them, like they're definitely a top contender in the NFC. As good as the Rams look, and as
they're
much
better
as
than the
Rams
Seahawks
are the team this year. I think the Rams are the team this year.
They're the best bird team.
Okay, 100%. The Seahawks come down to how much you trust Sam Darnold. If you are able to put an 80-90% trust in Sam Darnold, the Seahawks are better than the Rams. Sorry, not sorry.
But he doesn't look that way. He's thrown 6 interceptions.
And I would agree with you. I don't trust Sam Darnold that much. I don't have that high level of confidence. I didn't have it in him last year in Minnesota going 14-12. Or whatever. 14
yeah. 14-3. Yeah.
Yeah. 3, whatever. But like I didn't have that confidence in him last year doing that. I don't have that confidence in him doing it this year. He's doing it. If you believe in Darnold, then Seattle is definitely the best team in the NFC right now over the Rams. Their defense is better than the Rams.
The Rams still have an easier trip to the 1 seed because Seattle still
the run game is about the same. You both have a near number 1 wide receiver in JSN and Puka. It's how much you trust the quarterback because the defense is better on Seattle than on the Rams.
Yes, secondary is not even ahead; it's miles past. Like you can't even see
that's just where it is. So like it comes down to the offense, and everyone trusts Stafford and Puka and all them more. If healthy with Adams, like everyone's going to trust that offense more.
So what is our number?
We saw 2 games against them, defensively battled games. One was high scoring, one wasn't. One went to overtime. Both of them were won by one was 21-19, the other one's 31-32 is what? Yeah, 31-30.
Don't worry, Gov. We got cashed out with our best ball. We have plenty of money to spend on DFS playoff coming. That's my favorite time of the year, honestly. The best.
We have a milli ticket for the Super Bowl. That's all I'm liking. It's like let's roll that. We're playing the milli. We're throwing our one lineup in the milli for the Super Bowl. And you guys are going to get to pick the captain because I don't think I can win out and win this.
So, what is our numbers?
Let me go 0.
You have to be 1 at least. 1 or 100.
I want to give some love to Gibbs. Okay, I'll go Jameson Williamson. Give me 1.
87.
All right, I'll split the difference. I'll just go I'll go with 42 because I don't want to do the math. It's 80. 80 is your number.
Give me the Saints minus 6.5.
100%.
It's like I knew you liked that game or something, Go.
It's like we were talking. It's like someone threw it out in the chat for us to talk about it. I wonder which one of us it was.
I'm gonna be quick.
I just personally, I was telling you guys before the show, I just personally look at this game and I see where everything's going with the money and the numbers, and it's like I will bet the Saints to cover before I bet the over. And those are the two ways I would say bet it. I wouldn't bet those bets together. Like you're either betting one or you're betting the other. But I personally think the Saints would cover before this game is just like a shootout game. Now I might build a DFS lineup around it being a shootout game. I won't lie about that. But
go ahead, Don. I think you had a quick point.
Yeah, I was getting ready to get to my pick because I agree with Gov there. But
let me quickly say on Gov's point about playing them in DFS. I believe since Shook took over for Kellen Moore, they are the fastest team offensively in the league.
They have a high pass rate.
They've been passing a lot all year.
Does not look bad in my stuff.
But with Shook getting to that point, they are finally playing that Kellen Moore offense. But we can get on to your next pick just to save some time.
All right, I think there's two different spreads on this list that are like really overreactions, I think, to how they looked last week, and I'm just going to go with one that I think is too obvious. Give me the Niners at -5.5. They have a lot to play for still. I know the Colts, it's a fun story, but we got to be real. Yeah, it's Phillip Rivers against the 49ers. I don't think there's much of a game there.
I'm not co-signing your laughter here. I think this could be a game. I would favor the 49ers, but I don't think it's a walk-off.
I mean, I don't think it's like a 2-touchdown spread, but I think it should be right around 9. I mean, if you gave Seattle 13.5, then this should be 9. That's where I'd be at.
I thought Phillip looked all right. Maybe he looks better. I mean, I think people think that
if there's pass rush that gets through to him, he's gonna look awful. If anybody gets a pass rush on him, he's gonna look terrible.
And you expect the 49ers to have a pass rush?
Listen, all you need to do is get a couple blitzes home and get a couple good. That's all you need. It's not gonna. It doesn't have to be pretty. It's Robert Saleh. I trust Saleh to design Phillip Rivers to look bad.
See, that's what we can agree on. There's actually people betting the over like a half a yard for Phillip Rivers rushing. That to me is silly. Talk about
he looks so slow. It is disgusting how slow he looked.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing that. People are like, "Oh, the tush push." I'm like, there's no chance he's doing the tush push.
Tyler Warren's coming in for the tush push like he has 100%. All year.
So it makes no sense. Go ahead, Go. Do you got some clarity? Because I think you like the 49ers. I just think the Colts have something to play for, I guess. And I just don't expect them
to be fair, they do. They both do. Because San Fran is only like 2 games back of Seattle, 1 game back of the Rams, has the tiebreakers for the division, and still plays, Seattle. I believe, Seattle one more time.
Yeah.
So, if they win out, they could – San Fran could still be the 1 seed.
Finish. The Rams have cakewalks at the end. That's why
Seattle has to play Carolina in that. Other than themselves, they might. You say they have cakewalks, but there's still games they got to play here at the end of a season when they're
I know.
looking forward and hurt. All teams are hurt now. You got to remember. That's why more young dudes are getting ready to play. That's why you need some of these dudes in best ball to have a Blake Corum day. To have a Zach Charbonnet day.
All right. Logan 2.
So I'm taking the Jags at 3.5. They still have a chance at getting the number 1 seed in the AFC, especially if they win this game. I think they've been surprisingly a very good. I think they are a AFC contender, if not a Super Bowl contender. And you give me 3.5 against a playoff team that wants to be conservative. It's not even that the Denver Broncos are really that much better than them. I think they're somewhat equals in terms of what they could do. I just don't think there'll be a lot of points in this game. I think it'll be a fun game, but I don't know, but I think 3.5 is too much.
Okay. I can
I don't
understand
mind
that.
that.
Like, I have
Yeah.
a feeling Jacksonville can win this game myself, so covering with the 3.5 is definitely possible.
This is one of those games I don't know what the number should be. I have no idea what. I mean, I could see you getting to 5. I could see you getting to a world where Jacksonville wins and you think they're the favorites. Like, I really don't. I don't have a number for this game that I feel good about.
That half a point is big for me. I'll say that. Like if it was 3, I wouldn't be on it, but that 3.5 is huge, especially given I think Jacksonville's defense has been really impressive, and Trevor Lawrence is like better as of late. You might think it's like, oh, Trevor's still bad, but okay, well that offense is really good. Then there's pieces on that Jacksonville offense that are impressive. So this is my most exciting game of the week. So maybe I picked out of that vein. But I hope it's a good game because I think it has all potential to be a
It
great
should
game.
be fun.
I think Harvey might have a good day. I'll say that.
What is your second pick?
Oh, it is my second pick. So I'm going to take a team that I think is playing with a lot of spirit right now that I just like, and they're getting a player back. So give me the Falcons at -3 against the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals kind of had their DFS success. I think they had a fun little run, but I think the Falcons are better than the Cardinals in almost every way. And then you're going to add London to it. I like it.
That I still see him as questionable. I don't know if he's playing yet.
I don't know, but I still would like the Falcons. But if you told me, like, basically, I think if London plays, I think this number moves.
Is expected to play this week. Yeah, so he's expected to play.
Correct.
Okay. All right, my second pick. I'm gonna go with another. I think the spread is just an overreaction. I think if you didn't have the fall apart last week and you just kind of kept it where it was, it shouldn't be +3. The Patriots +3. I feel like both teams have a lot to play for, but I'm gonna take what I feel is a good team off a loss. And you're getting me plus points. I just need to cover a field goal because I'm only if the push hits, I'm looking good for the end of the season.
And I like this now because personally, I think Matthew Stafford won the MVP on primetime, but he did lose just like Drake May. So like if you get the people that like go after the MVP on wins and losses and things like that, then Drake May with a good performance not only would bounce back and that would be more important, but I do think there's some extra motivation with the MVP maybe not being sewn all the way up. I actually don't mind that at all. I considered it.
That was honestly what I was going to take next if he didn't.
Was it? Yeah.
I felt like it was a homer thing. I thought you guys wouldn't like it, but I'm glad to hear everyone else is not at least that far out.
Mine might be an anti-homer thing because I hate Baltimore, so I think New England can cover that and even win that game.
Yeah, I think they can win outright.
I think they win. I think if they cover, they win the game. If they don't, I don't think they'll lose by 3.
I think that's also why I like it. Like Drake, like that's why I'm saying I don't like just this 3-point game because like I think the Patriots will go down swinging at least to make Drake May look good because how many chances do you get?
You're of this mindset that the Patriots care about it. They don't care about the MVP. Like get that out of your head. They don't care. They haven't been passing like they care.
But I don't care what you say, Donnie. I think a man does care about the MVP.
He might care, but the play calling shows me they don't care. The play calling tells me they do not care about whether he wins MVP or not. They're not giving him the touchdowns in the red zone. They are running the ball.
No. I'm saying I agree with you that Vrabel probably doesn't care. Maybe Robert Kraft doesn't care. Drake May cares.
I don't think he cares as much as you want to let it on. Like if it comes, it comes. That's like he's not changing the play at the line in the red zone. He's not getting red zone passes. That's the thing. He doesn't pass in the red zone that much. They want to run the ball.
I don't know, man. I think Eagle wins out, but that's just where we disagree.
You got one.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at ideas. I've got ideas for lineups too. Just looking at these props. All right. Give me some Minshew magic to cover that game against Tennessee.
3? Ugh.
They'll win. Kansas City will beat Tennessee. Even with Minshew.
I don't know, Jim. I love some Minshew.
No, that's something me and Donnie can agree on.
I do love Minshew Mania, though, so I'm here for it. Give me some more Gardner Minshew.
I do think Andy Reid trusts Gardner Minshew, and I do think he's like somewhat of a quality backup. But
he'll be serviceable in the not great offense, but at least the offense had a successful run game. So like Minshew is serviceable with a successful run game. Like they should just still beat Tennessee.
You do know that Rice reported concussion symptoms a day late, right? So he's likely out this week.
Yeah, so it'll be Minshew throwing to Juju.
Could be. It'll probably be a lot of Worthy and Kelsey, but it's
Worthy, Kelsey, Kareem Hunt, Pacheco. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of that. Minshew's ready. We got some Minshew mania. Yeah, let's go to the lineup.
Depending on what time we finish it, maybe we'll get a Saturday one in there. Who knows?
I was about to say, when we do the review on Tuesday, do you guys want to do a Christmas Day showdown?
I was thinking the same
thing. A cage match?
I was thinking the same thing.
So our Tuesday review show might end with a Christmas Day 3-game showdown. 3-game cage match like we did on Thanksgiving.
That'd be fine with me.
I will set up the contest and send it out to you guys.
Fair enough, yeah. I can do it. I mean, I thought it was a fair idea, but Donnie wasn't really excited, so I'm glad to see you're just as excited as he was. Like, I can do these things for fun, but...
Gov's got to play the revenge narrative. He's playing catch-up on the spreads. He lost the Thanksgiving. Come on.
So I get to win in the cage.
I do find the cage match to be a fun strategy. It's very different. I wish DraftKings would offer more things like the cage match just naturally. I think it'd be an interesting format.
All right. So the first pick is going to go to Logan, right?
Yes.
Okay. I picked Jameson Williams' number. I think he's clearly one of the missed prices on this slate. I think he should be at least $1,000 more. I don't know why he's not.
$6,400. It's because of his boom or bust. Look, you can open up his game log. I can show you exactly why he's $6,400 instead of like $7K plus.
But since Dan Campbell,
and that's week 12 and week 7 and week 5. Yeah. In games where he you're talking Cincinnati, Tampa Bay, and the New York Giants. Those are games where he should have gone the F off, and he gives you absolutely nothing. That is why he's not 7K. Otherwise, I agree. You look at the rest of the games in the output, he should be 7,400, not 6,400.
Which Dan Campbell started calling plays in that Commanders game in Week 10. And that's why everyone really likes the Jameson Williams stuff. I'm biased to my homer pick here. But I just like the targets he's been getting. I think it's because
even before that Week 10 switch, like he has a couple 7-8 target games.
Yeah.
He has been getting good volume all year, and when he gets those 7-8 target games, he produces. So I'm fine with the pick. I don't have a problem with that. Pittsburgh, Detroit is, it's
a late hammer game.
It is also the highest total on the slate. So like points are going to be scored in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been doing that too. They've been putting more of the high scoring games later in the slate. I've noticed a lot more this year, a lot more PMR. It's kind of that late hammer game.
Well, it's just the West Coast teams this year. The Rams.
Been good? Yeah, could be.
Like they're not changing who's there. Like it's just Rams, Seattle, Cardinals have been viable in fantasy. Like
it's true.
That helped.
It's a very valid point that I didn't consider, but you're 100% right. That division's been amazing.
Denver. Yeah, Denver's been a great team this year. Raiders have been a sieve to attack. Like, yeah, that's why you had good high-scoring PMR games in the West Coast.
My pick, I'm going to go after a game that I think means a lot. Well, I know means a lot. I like these games where two teams have to go at it. Give me Tet McMillan to start off.
I don't mind McMillan this week. I was looking at a lot of Coker myself, but I don't mind.
I agree.
knew
This
you were
team
looking
sort of
at
has to
Coker.
go off. I specifically, for my best ball, need Leggett and Bucky as the mini.
Oh. It's not that far out of the spectrum, to be fair.
It's not. Bucky gets good volume. Carolina's defense has been slowly not as good as it was to start the year, which was better than it has been for the last two by far.
And the good news is the Panthers should have to throw in this game. They should have to throw. So maybe they'll catch
you. You can push Tampa Bay around a bit.
Maybe you can.
It's still hard to run up the middle on them. They're better to pass catching backs, and neither Chuba or Rico get more than like a target or two a game. Them using Chuba more on third down the last couple of weeks is a little upsetting.
Yeah, I played him last week.
A lot more work than I thought. So,
actually, they're still splitting like 50-50, basically evenly. It's just Chuba seems to be on the field like 80% of the time on third down.
Yeah. And he's cheaper on DFS, so you need less from him, so it looks like a bigger score.
But like even red zone touches, like everything else is 50-50 other than third down. It's mostly Chuba. Which means third down pass catching, maybe they like Chuba to pass block better most of the time. Because it's not like him or Rico get a lot of targets out of the backfield. So I'm guessing Rico's still probably a little dinged up, and so they want Chuba as the pass blocker when they're on third down.
Speaking of underpriced wide receivers, though, I feel like Tet should have been, or would have been, if you would have told me in like week 1 or week 2, like what's McMillan's price like late in the year, I would have said like $7K. So the fact that he's like under $6K is remarkable to how underperforming that receiving game has been, because I don't think it's been Tet's fault at all. Unless I'm wrong, you're more plugged in than I am, Gov. It was your pick, Donnie. You tell me, but I'm happy to get McMillan here at under $6K.
I imagine he's involved in the game plan at this point. This is too big of a game to not have him involved.
I also agree that it's probably a misprice based off of what he should be doing.
Oh, look, he's gotten 6 touchdowns. Is it
He's only had the one real spike week. Like even the other week, even the second other week where he had 2 touchdowns, he only had 17 points that week. He only had the 130-point week at Atlanta.
Yeah, and I know other positions this year have been priced down, like quarterback's been priced down, but I just look at the targets of McMillan, and I'm impressed. I'm happy to have him under 6K.
All right. Well, we're going to go crazy because here I have a thought of what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
Since we have had Q tags in the run game all week, I want to play Woody Marks, to be fair. That's what I want to do. Mm-hmm. I don't want to play the Jawar Jordan guy if Woody Marks is hurt and not playing. I really don't want to do that. But I also am thinking I'm just going to jam in Stroud and Nico.
Okay. I wasn't looking at this game.
So, like, Nick Chubb, yuck. Just give me Stroud and Nico. I probably haven't been practicing with running backs much all week. They get one final game here to, like, solidify their playoff berth behind Jacksonville to keep that, like, keep them in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I do think Collins is really underpriced for the targets. Like, again, if you just look at the 3 wide receivers we got a lot of targets for very cheap prices. So I was considering Collins this week, but I hadn't thought about CJ Stroud. But he should be playing better this year. Like, he should be. And he's probably healthier than some quarterbacks, being that he was hurt earlier this season. So I think he might have some fresh perspective. I didn't consider this at all, but they are playing, the Raiders, so that is a good.
He's played every week. Stroud has played every week.
No, No, Mills.
no,
Mills
he missed a few. He
definitely
missed a few.
started one.
You're right. You're right.
I was
yeah,
about to say
he
Mills
started.
definitely started. Davis Mills definitely started a game or two.
You're so right. You're so right. The 2 games that he got the game-winning touchdown for him. That's right. Oh, Davis Mills. Love the guy.
So they look very different. They might play some more, but they look very different.
All right, so back to you, Donnie.
You did the 2? Yeah, it's back to me.
We need to jam in some running backs. I can tell you who the chalk is. If you want to just jam in chalk.
You can. All right, tell me who the chalk is because I want to see where I'm at compared to the field.
So the top 3 owned right now are Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, and Breece Hall.
So my top 3 is Jahmyr. I've been playing a lot of A-Chain.
You then have Travis Etienne, and it looks like Aaron Jones, and then you have the Q-tagged Javonte and Woody Marks, but they are not played any ownership right now.
Give me A-Chain. I mean, I feel like that's a...
Honestly, that's a really good play I have right now. He doesn't look like he's pulling ownership just because he seems to be the third guy out when you have Bijan and Gibbs.
Yeah.
Right.
Just getting them more than A-Chain when A-Chain against Cincinnati could just nuke.
I think
especially with the rookie quarterback starting, you're supposed to rely on the run game.
Exactly, and I think people are worried about that game, Gov, because you mentioned it. You were the starting, but he loves, from what I remember about watching him, because he loves throwing to running backs. He doesn't mind the checkdowns. He wants to keep that offense efficient. Like that's his whole thing is like getting the superstar speed receivers and speed factors the ball. Well, that to me that's Devin A-Chain. It might have been Tyreek Hill, but Tyreek Hill's not here. A-Chain's the fastest guy on the field. I love this play, actually.
All right, Logan, you now have 2.
Okay, let me go. I will play a really good value. We need a little bit of value, I think. I'll take up the other running back spot. I'm going to attack again. You already like it. I'm going to play estimate.
Ooh.
Oh, thank God! Thank God!
Oh, God.
I was ready. I was trying to take the running backs and not play Genty. I didn't want to see him in this lineup at all.
No, I thought I flirted with Genty this week, but he's not in any of my primary builds as of yet.
He's so inefficient, and it's not his fault, but he's so inefficient.
Yeah, no, I wasn't looking at Genty this week. There's not anything looking great for Genty this week. A-Chain I like. A-Chain I really like.
A-Chain really surprises me this week, especially as a good play, because the one thing I'm like, I don't know if I want to play A-Chain after the Neal IR is I just didn't expect him to get receiving work, but he actually got receiving work in that game. In college, I want to say he only got like 25 receptions in a game, or in his career rather. I mean, he hadn't really done any of that at Notre Dame. He catches 3 passes in this last game. So if that's going to be a thing in a PPR website, sign me up.
I just think that's a big if. Like you're banking on an if that might not be there. Estimate, I'm fine with playing him. I would almost just say I'd rather play Hunt, or if you wanted to go the other side of it and just play Pacheco against Tennessee. If I was going cheaper running back, that would be my course of doing it. Just take the run game with a backup quarterback. But I get the estimate play as well.
I mean, Chubb, if Marks is out, is probably going to be the chalk cheap running back at 51.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense too.
Right now, the right guy in that range pulling ownership would be like Aaron Jones or Kenny Gainwell.
Gainwell is another one I saw pulling ownership. Those ones scare me just because they're splitting carries. Like that's the thing about estimate. I don't expect. I expect him to get a lot of the work. Like he's even getting the stuff, like I said, with the receiving that he's not really known for. Where Gainwell has to split with Ward, and then Mason's still a thing with Minnesota.
Gainwell gets so much more receiving work.
He does, and I played a lot.
Gainwell's getting 7 to 8 targets a game.
Yeah,
like he's getting.
I would phase out Warren in that Steelers offense. Like I feel like Gainwell has earned the starting role, but
Warren's been a significantly more efficient runner than Gainwell. His yards
yeah,
per carry are much.
maybe that's me being biased, but I think Gainwell's a better player.
It's an efficiency thing. Like you're putting Warren out there as an efficient runner
Yeah,
in an inefficient
you're probably
offense.
right. And things like pass protection really matter when your quarterback's like 50 years old.
That brings it back to me. I still have a tight end to go. Flex and
Or doesn't
defense.
Logan get two?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Logan. Yeah, it is still Logan's. So
yeah, Logan gets one more, then you get one more, and then I finish it out.
Okay, so yeah, let me just yeah, I'm gonna do it. I think Rice is out. I think Andy Reid's still gonna try to pass. That's what he's always done. I'm gonna play some Worthy at
we'll
4,400.
see. I mean, usually with his back quarterbacks, he's pretty conservative in his play calling. I mean, we see it all the time. Anytime his backup comes in for Mahomes, it's like either a check down or it's a blowout because they can't get anything going, generally speaking. Now you're leaving me the tight end. My only issue with Estime is I really, really wanted to just jam in Johnson for New Orleans. But I understand the Estime play.
We can get off of estimate. I could play.
Yeah, we could do Gainwell that basically are for $100 more.
That way we could get more correlation in this lineup with the Williams play.
I'm more of a just play Johnson at tight end. That's where I land on it. Or pay up is a stretch, I guess, but just pay for the receiver and Olave. Yeah, I guess he's 65. But I'm a Johnson guy at tight end, and then
yeah,
if you want to make that switch,
I can go to Kenny because it correlates better anyways, and I typically like correlation. So, and then you wanted Johnson, right?
Yep. And that leaves us with not much for a defense. Go.
I was about to say, you're 100 off the only other defense on my list. Like, good God.
I left you Cleveland, so Dad will be happy. Everyone knows. I mean, we've already played the Browns defense some this year, so.
So just out of curiosity, what's your 2,600 defense that you like? Do you like the Giants?
The Giants.
Okay. Yeah,
Giants still get pressure, whether you like it or not. They have players that get pressure.
They get pressure.
And Minnesota still gives up pressure.
Yeah. That's why JJ's actually suffered a lot this year. He hasn't done good against pressure.
Well, that's a big problem.
Oh, let's see.
If you're an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, it's been a problem for him sometimes this season.
Yeah, and then the second one, the second defense would be going against a player. So we can't do that. Oh, why not? Crazy shit like that works all the time. Who gives a fuck? Like, really, like what the flying shit?
It is Steelers, right?
Tennessee.
I like Tennessee this week.
Let's take Tennessee against Minshew Magic.
Well, I can get off of one. Let me see what else is in that range.
No, I'm fine with Worthy. Leave Worthy in there. I want you to leave Worthy in there.
Now it's a challenge. I get it. I just think Worthy's going to get – and actually, if that defense played good, isn't that good for Worthy? Because that means they're probably definitely in a throwing script. So if you're going to play a defense, playing it with a receiver makes the most sense.
Yeah. Like, this is a jumbled hell of a lineup, but, like, there's correlation, and I can understand why these plays would hit.
Now,
you get a mini from the high-scoring game. You get A-Chain in a great matchup. You get Stroud and Nico, who have to be the offense this week. Jawan is just a solid 4K tight end. Worthy will have to play well because the Titans defense will pick off Minshew, probably for a pick 6.
I'm going to be honest, this might be one of the more balanced lineups we've built this season.
Crazy.
I mean, we didn't really punt in any position. And the 1 week I didn't do any punts, which is not like me at all. It was Donnie that went with Mitchell. Like, this actually has like a bunch of mid-tier guys. I'm quite impressed. I do think there's a lot of. Go ahead, Danny. What were you saying?
We could have played Quinn Ewers.
Well, there's only one guy that for sure will play at least one of them with the stars.
I'm playing Ewers. I'm playing Ewers this week.
I'll say, to be fair, there's not really much like value cheap to play. Like, you want to play one of the Tennessee guys, you want to play Isaiah Williams or A.D. Mitchell. Like, who's the 4K, 3K guy to play? Slayton. You're still in the 4K. There's not really a 3K guy to help you get the stuff.
Yeah, I was talking to Donnie before. It's probably one of the Saints receivers because we have Bailey out. Go. So
and Austin might miss, so you might be down to like the bottom of the barrel garbage. It's going to be Taysom Hill going off. Let's be real. Taysom Hill's going to have 40 points, his annual 40-point game, and we're all going to be like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, because Tipton's hurt, Bailey's out, Chris Olave, he is off the injury.
All of those rushing touchdowns at the goal line go to Shuck. This is going to be like a Shuck Olave masterclass.
Could be.
Again, something I need for my best ball.
It could be.
Listen, I'm just being honest with you.
Give me the Shuck Olave masterclass, the 30 burger from Bucky and the 30 burger from Leggett, and just advance me into the finals.
Taysom Hill is going to get a random double pass that goes 65 yards to Olave, and it's going to be a mess. A beautiful, disgusting mess.
Luckily for us, because we were up against the time restraints today, because we started a bit late, I don't think we have to fix this lineup too much. I don't think there's many arguments here. I think this is a pretty good lineup. I think we all pretty much agree. Am I wrong?
No, like, again, I understand how every single one of these plays can hit.
I agree. I think the one bit of pushback we had was when me and Donnie were talking about estimating Gainwell, and it just made sense to play Gainwell because we already had the correlation with Williams. So with that being said, maybe you guys can take a piece of this lineup. Maybe you hate this lineup altogether and you want to build completely different, and you can tell us about it in the comments about all the things that we got wrong. Like and subscribe on your way out. I'm going to get the guys out of here because we got things to do. Hopefully you guys also have things to do. You build good lineups, and you can tell us about it in the comments, how much you won, if you want us to review any lineups, stuff like that. And maybe you have a best ball team that's available, in which case, good luck. But with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. Take care, guys.
Peace out, everyone.